The campaign to elect London's mayor exploded into life today in an unholy row between Boris Johnson and Ken Livingstone. Ostensibly, it's about their personal tax arrangements, but underlying it appears to be an increasingly bitter personal animosity. Porrick O'Brien reports.
Loathing in an elevator. Pre-election relations between Boris and Ken always get a little febrile.
If you want to do tax avoidance, you do what his employers
Can I get a word in edgeways?
But after an on-air bust-up over tax, you can tell Boris Johnson is smarting. Smile for the cameras. Not a chance. Minutes before this photo shoot, the mayoral candidates had walked into a lift. It might as well have been a microwave. It's reported that inside, Boris Johnson called Ken Livingstone a liar 3 times.
It carried on in the lift afterwards. It got absolutely almost out of control. So I think people need to actually calm down and talk rationally about the future of London rather than attacking each other.
What happened in the lift afterwards?
What lift?
The lift up here, the candidates. You were in there with Boris, Brian?
That's right.
What went on?
I think that's a private conversation.
So, why did Boris see red? Here's why.
I'm not going to comment on my tax affairs, except to say this. I pay income tax. I'm proud of it. I think it's pretty disgraceful to be attacked by Ken Livingstone, someone who's deliberately set up a tax-dodging manoeuvre and then denounced everybody else who did so, which does not include
Boris, you had the same arrangements. Boris, you had the Finland Station Company.
No, my dear friend,
let's have a situation.
Absolute lie.
Boris,
You've got to stop lying.
No, Boris, you had Finland Station when you was an MP that handled your television work, because I assumed... Are you saying you didn't have a company called Finland Station? Are you saying that's a lie?
This is the paperwork for both men's companies. Boris Johnson's company is called Finland Station, but it's now dormant. Boris Johnson resigned as a director back in 2008. And this is Ken Livingstone's company. It's called Silvita Limited. It's still active. It has about £250,000 in its accounts, and it has 2 directors, Ken Livingstone and his partner. So first up, Boris. Does he use his company to avoid tax in some way? Well, it's dormant for one thing, and we got this pretty categorical statement from his accountants.
He is liable to income tax on the entirety of his income and has made all due payments. He is not party to any tax avoidance or deferral schemes. He was a third shareholder in a television production company. He gave up this shareholding on 23rd May 2008.
Next up, Ken Livingstone and his company. This was him in March.
I mean, I get loads of money all from different sources. You give it to your accountant, they manage it. But you pay corporation tax. If you then take out and spend it yourself, you have to pay more. What I'm not doing is paying income tax on the money I use to employ other people.
Politicians lose their cool. They own companies that handle their commercial interests. What's new here? The reframing of the debate around politicians and their personal tax affairs, and the fact that they care about that.
Porrick O'Brien reporting, and the full list of candidates for Mayor of London is on the screen now.